What's going on, guys? This is Miasin. So you know me already. I'm always trying to study the OCG, trying to understand what's going to be the next top tier best deck right here in the TCG when we're going to be getting the new cards. And in the OCG right now, the best deck is Kashtira Tearlaments. So I kind of wondered, is the deck actually kind of playable right now, even without the new support from Photon Hypernova? And at first I was kind of skeptical. I was like, there's no way this deck can be that good with the current card pool because we're missing so many cards. And shockingly enough, I was completely wrong. So Kashtira Tearlaments Ishizu might be more than tier 0 because it really is that good. I can actually get to 10 interruptions, if not even more, with this deck. It's ridiculous. So today I'll show you guys two really interesting combos on how to properly utilize this deck as well as a deck profile. But before this video starts, make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, please. I'm begging you, literally. These buttons are right here. They're free to smash as well. I know that you love smashing things. Probably I know I like smashing things. And now let's get right into it. Alright, so combo number 1, my hand is pretty good. I have the field spell with the Kashtira Unicorn, Unicorn Fenrir, Shaylin, and Solix. So I'm going to be special summoning the Unicorn and then summoning Searching the Birth. So I already have double interruptions on the field, ironically, because Unicorn, whenever my opponent activates a monster effect on the resolution, I can look at my opponent's extra deck and make him lose a card face down, which is insane. So if they're only playing like one Kid Kalos in their Tearlaments deck, this is basically a one-card FTK against them. It's literally that simple. And they can't recruit back with a crime effect because it is actually getting banished face down, not face up. So it's not a Tearlaments card. It's just a Yu-Gi-Oh card. And Birth is also an interruption because whenever my opponent activates a spell card, I can banish 3 cards from my opponent's graveyard face down again. That is insane. And on top of that, I can revive back any of my Kashtira monsters in my main deck or banished with the effect of Birth once per turn. So in other words, if I can discard or mail a Fenrir, I can get it back for absolutely free, and all of that without using up my normal summon. And as an added bonus, Unicorn is a wind monster, so it's one of the only monsters that you can still summon under the Windbearer statue, meaning that this deck can actually kind of still play against Flunderies going second. Anyways, the rest of my hand is really good, so I'm going to go Shaylin, pitch the Unicorn, and then, Fenrir, and then mail 3. I'm going to be getting the Kelbeck, but I'm not going to be using its effect because I'm assuming that this might be a mirror match and I'm not trying to misplay and everything. So we have Field Spell, Search the Meru, and then normal summon the Meru. Use its effect, mail 3. I'm going to be getting the Scream, but nothing else of really good value. I don't want to get back the Reno Heart, and now I'm going to be going for the Sprint. Send the Meru again, and then use its effect. So fuse for the Kid Kalos, and then search for... Well, I have so many options here, but I might as well just search the Alphinus. And I'll get Kalos targeting itself, revive back the Reno Heart, Shilling 1, Shilling 2. I still have Alphinus and Shaylin to trigger, so I'm going to be going for the Alphinus. I didn't mill anything else, which is a little unfortunate, but it really doesn't change anything because I can summon the Kaleido Heart and then Field Spell, destroy my Kaleido Heart, revive it back, and then send the Shaylin, so I have the third name that way. And I can fuse for Mud Dragon of the Swamp, which is the other level 4 that I can use with Reno Heart in order to make a Biz Dweller. And again, I can extend my combo even further by going Birth, revive back the Fenrir that I discarded at first with the effect of Shaylin, search another Kashtira monster. So I even have a monster in my hand in order to discard off of the Crime, which is very convenient in case I was not able to get my hands on that Hofness. And I have just so many interruptions on the board, this is ridiculous. I have Dweller so that my opponent really can't do much with graveyard effects. I also have Keldo with probably like Mudora or something. I have the Sprint, which is another interruption because whenever my opponent special summons a monster, I can bounce it back with the effect of Sprint by detaching a material from Dweller. So that's already 2 interruptions. The Fenrir is an interruption. The Unicorn is another one. And then the Birth is another one, of course. Kaleido Heart with the Solic. And then the Crime. I can fuse for Lulu Caro, some Dragos Tapeli on my opponent's turn. I can do just so many things. It's absolutely filthy. And on top of that, I can destroy a card with the Perlarino. This is beyond unbreakable. I really don't understand how anyone can win outside of like double evenly and some random bullshit. Anyways, that's it for combo number 1. Let's get right into combo number 2 now. Alright, combo number 2, my hand is actually very similar, but I'm going to be very crafty on this one. I'm going to try to do something a little different because I still have to do some slightly different plays. So I have the Field Spell and Fenrir. Oh my god, Unicorn. I keep mixing them up. They're so identical. It's not my fault, okay? They're both level 7 Kashtira monsters. Anyways, special summon the Unicorn to search for the Birth and then activate the Field Spell. Search for the Meru and normal summon that card. And use its effect. Even if I whiffed, it wouldn't be the end of the world because I can still go for Sprint. So that's another beauty of the Kashtira monsters. Just being extra bodies on the field so that you can always have access to that. And yeah, summon the Kid Kalos and then use its effect to search for the Reno Heart. Not even gonna bother searching the trap cards. And yeah, Reno Heart Chilling 1, Kid Kalos Chilling 2. mill 5 cards, and then send another Meru, Chilling 1, Chilling 2, so search one trap card with the Scream, which is going to be the Crime, always the best one, and then fuse for Kaleido Heart, field spell, destroy my Kaleido Heart, and then revive it back. I still have the Kid Kalos in the graveyard, so I can send like another tier name, and then fuse for the Lulu Karos that way. So now all my 3 tier effects are used up, and I'm going to be summoning double Bestial monsters, Magnamut of course being able to trigger its effects so that I can search on end phase, and now I have access to Beatrice, which can search, well rather send the Celic, which then searches me a monster, and finally Birth, revive back the Unicorn that I milled in my combo, search another monster. Oh my god, I said Unicorn again! Fenrir, my bad. And yeah, I have 5 gigantic monsters on the field. Good luck winning. There is literally no way I can lose with that. Every single card on my board, quite literally, when I end turn, when I pass turn, is going to be an interruption. So Unicorn makes my opponent lose a card from the extra deck. Fenrir banishes a card on the field face down. Both of these cards, by the way, face down. Same thing with the Birth. Banishes cards from the graveyard face down. Kaleido Heart shuffles back a card. The field spell destroys a card. Lulu Karos negates summons, basically, or cards rather, that would try to summon. And then Beatrice can really allow me to do whatever I want. And on top of that, when the Lulu Karos sends the Kaleido Heart, I also send a tier name from my deck to the grave, so I can summon maybe like Kid Kalos and then search another card. And then when I go Beatrice send something, I can send another tier name and then go for Jagos Tapelia, so I get an extra negate on the field, on top of having an Omni Negate and 3 cards in hand, just like that, just because. And next turn, again, the Birth is going to be able to search again. The Fenrir can search. I just have like so many plays for days, and I have a stacked graveyard. I have like Keldo, Mudora, and everything you can think of in the grave. So this deck is absolutely disgusting. Being able to put up like so many interruptions on top of having like a full hand is really something to be afraid of. Anyways, let's get right into the deck profile now. Alright, so before proceeding into this deck profile, again, friendly reminder, please to smash the like and subscribe button. They're right in front of you. I really appreciate you so much. And now let's get right into it. So I'm playing 5 Kashtira monsters. I'm now playing the Ogre, and I'm only playing 2 Fenrir, ironically, because Unicorn is actually the better one to draw. And the reason for that is because it searches you the Birth, which allows you to revive back the Fenrir. So Fenrir is very good to mill, Unicorn is good to draw. There is really no added value to like milling Unicorn, unless you hard drew the Birth and no other Kashtira monster. As a matter of fact though, sometimes you can draw Fenrir and the Birth and still play very well with it, because you can go Fenrir, search the Unicorn, and then discard it off of Shilin, and then Birth revive back the Unicorn, and that way you have like the full package. The only drawback is that the Unicorn would not be able to shuffle back the Birth, unless you like destroy it or get a way to like get it in the grave and then search it again by shuffling it back with Ishizus, but it's not super relevant. Anyways, Unicorn is really the best Kashtira monster to draw, like I said, because of the fact that it gets you to like all 3 bodies of, I mean, rather all 3 Kashtira cards pretty much on its own. And that's the reason why this is like a 3-2-1 configuration. And for the Biston monsters, I'm actually pretty minimalistic, so only triple Magnamut and then 1 Druid Worm. You could theoretically try to fit in like 1 Saronir, but I don't know if it's really worth it because the main deck spot is space is very tight. Triple Shaylin, triple Alphenis, and then triple Meru, as well as double Reno Heart, so 11 Tearlaments. I don't think you really need more than like 2 Reno Hearts anymore. You have a bunch of normal summons or like ways to like get your starters anyways. You can special summon a Kashtira and then normal summon a Meru. Even if it whiffs, it's not the end of the world. You go sprint and then play from there. And then for the Ishizu monsters, triple Kelbeck, triple Mudora, triple Ishizu, so that's really standard. The only one that isn't standard would be the Agido. So this is, again, the card that you can replace for Saronir if you want to, or you can play Herald of Orange Light. It's really up to, like, personal preference. So this card is, like, very much up in the air, or you can, like, play a third Fenrir if you really want to. And for the spell cards, of course, Instant Fusion and Terraforming, the ban-worthy cards, really should not exist. These cards are very powerful one-ofs. They do a little too much, and then 2 Screams. I just like drawing this card and milling this card, so really have nothing negative to say about it. And finally, the Birth, the triple field spell, as well as 1 Sulik and 1 Crime, for more diversity when you search. Now again, you could actually be playing Tearlaments Heartbeats. That is another very interesting card that you could have there. So again, just if there is like one specific card that you're not a really big fan of, maybe the second Scream, or the Agido, or like the third Magnamut, then go for it and just bring whatever changes you might feel necessary. Anyways, for the extra deck, I think everything here is very self-explanatory, so Kaleido Heart, Lulu Karos, Dragos Tapelia, Garura, double Kid Kalos so I don't lose to like bullshit, like getting my first Kid Kalos banished, that could really make me lose immediately on the spot, and then Mud Dragon, Zeus, Beatrice, Redoer, Baguska, Dweller, Dark Elf, and Sprint. And finally, for the idea section, I have, I mean, whatever, the third Fenrir, the Draco Sack, if you want to do like Cherubini combos, because Cherubini can send the Hoffness, and then you can make the Sprint, send the Meru, and then play from there. So if you have 2 Kashtira monsters on the field, that is actually Kid Kalos access, which is really funny, actually. People never really think about that, but yes, it's a really nice move. Anyways, the Black Luster Soldier of Chaos Link monster, because all the Kashtira monsters are level 7, so you can make the really nasty version of this card with a Kashtira monster. And then finally Masquerena with some board breaking cards and cards that have absolutely no business being here. So that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.